आपने अभी आपका स्क्रीन शेयर किया?
जी जी जी।
अच्छा ठीक है।
So welcome friends on this special webinar of Tele Prime, Shine with the Prime. So today you all are aware that Tele Prime already launched at very Shubh Murat of 12:30, and today we have a knowledge session as well. So we are welcoming our today's guest speaker, CA Punit Bhai Mehta. So Punit Bhai, 20 plus years of experience. Sir is a tele partner as well and have a author as well on tele books at various platforms at Bombay Chartered Accountant Society, Chamber of Tax Consultant, at our own WRC of ICI, and many other places as well. We welcome Punit Bhai on our platform. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, Punit Bhai. So before we start the session, would like to tell about the Connect Easy. We have done around almost 400 plus webinars, and it's a fantastic journey with us. So what guest want to speak about us would like to share once while few participants will join at 6:33 or 2-3 minutes. We'll play a small video of the same. Just like to check that sound is audible.
No, Virag Bhai, sound is not audible.
Okay.
Here, and I can say that
Now the video is
I have
not coming.
met Virag since last 4 years. Passion, a person, whatever he here, and I can say that I have met Virag since last 4 years. A person with passion, a person, whatever he thinks he does, he works hard, and a man with a vision, and a
Virag
person
Bhai, still the video is not on.
with those words towards Virag. Let me come towards Institute of this here, and I can say that I have met Virag since last 4 years. A person with passion, a person, whatever he thinks he does, he works hard, and a man with a vision, and a person who thinks out of box. So with those words towards Virag, let me come towards Institute and Chartered Accountancy course of which you are members.
Thank you so much, Virag Bhai, who's been the pioneer, who's the organizer of this fantastic concept, this series. My compliments, Virag Bhai, the amount of efforts that you are putting in all throughout this lockdown and even the unlock phase in making sure that members are using technology to leverage their practice. They are able to understand what are the nuances of technology, how they can improve their own working. And I think not just on technology, all your sessions that you are focused on, maybe enhancement of knowledge, technical topics, or some special series where I had the privilege of being, where you had specially able chartered accountants who were guests and you had taken their interview had a very good interaction. I think you're doing a great motivational work, Virag bhai. My heartiest compliments and congratulations to you. May God bless you. We'll keep continue doing this wonderful.
First of all, I would thank Virag bhai to be on this webinar. He's a fantastic guy and with multiple qualifications, which he has achieved at a very young age. One more thing, what I would like to highlight over here is that Virag lost one of his limbs when he was just 16 years old. And the level of efforts what he has put in to reach at this level is highly commendable. And I salute to this guy for reaching such heights. And he's an inspiration to such people who have either lost their limbs or who are disabled. So he's an inspiration for all. And plus, he has mastered this art of conducting webinars and virtual seminars. And almost he has done 300 to 400 webinars and seminars in last 7 to 8 months. So it's a great achievement, and he has been doing a fantastic job and also being helpful to the fraternity at large. Well, some of the
virtual. Sadar Jai Jinen, welcome you all. I congratulate Virag to connect. There is a name is also itself the connect. Virag is connecting 1,000+ attendees as well as we panelists on the screen. Friends, it's a very commendable, and I congratulate the person who can do, who have the good intention. Only when the program is success. So I salute to you, Virag, for your benefit and noble cause for our profession.
A big thanks to Connect Easy and JCAF for organizing such beautiful programs. And the number, the registration itself says, जो आज registration हुआ 1001 का, वो अपने आप या participation 1001 का, registration तो उससे भी कहीं ज़्यादा है. That itself talks a lot about the quality programs that are being conducted on this platform. अगर quality programs नहीं होंगे platform पे, I am damn sure 1, 2 या 3 उसके बाद programs हम नहीं कर पाएंगे. So for the last 3 months, the quality programs that are being done. So my heartiest compliments and congratulations to Virag bhai and team, and also Jesse Punit bhai is here, and all the dignitaries who have not been able to join yet, but they would be joining soon. Santilal ji Kochar sahab, I know him very well, and the kind of energy that he carries with him, that is inspirational, I would say. मतलब आज जितना वो काम करते हैं इस एज के अंदर भी, तो हम सभी लोगों को उनसे बहुत कुछ सीखने का है. And
I was very pleased and came to know of the great work which this organization is doing. I would like to congratulate Virag bhai on doing such good work on holding these webinars for the benefit of the CA fraternity at large. This technology week, basically, as I understand it, comes with an opportunity to a number of upcoming products, new products, and probably also some.
So thank you so much, friends, for watching this video, a small video for the Connect Easy. And without now wasting much time, would like to invite our today's guest speaker, CA Punit Bhai Mehta, for this fantastic Teleprime review we already got. And now we will see the 9 features of the Teleprime, what you must learn. So now would like to invite Punit Bhai. Over to you, Punit Bhai. Punit bhai, you're on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Virag bhai, for this opportunity.
Sir, Punit bhai, just before you start, would like to tell you everyone that we are live on Zoom, we are live on YouTube, we are live on Facebook, we are live on Twitter as well, and we are trying to connect on LinkedIn as well. So wow. Everywhere people are watching this live telecast of launching of debut event by Connect Easy of Teleprime with the help of our friend Punit Bhai Mehta and the Aimtech team. So would like to request now Punit Bhai to start our today's session.
Thank you, Virag bhai. It's been a fantastic journey. I've seen you coming right from the first week of February, or rather March, that Connect Easy started this knowledge session, working exclusively on some of the wide variety of topics, whether it may take technical topics like in AS or Excel training or some other technical topics of or personal development. So all of these we have taken a wide variety, and today with Aimtech and Connect Easy, we are taking up a completely different subject, and for the first time you are putting your event on all the 4 or 5 social medias that one could think of. I think one which is left out is Instagram. So maybe the next time that also should be covered. So having said that, the basic objective of today's program is what brings us to Tally Prime. Tally ERP9 has been a really successful product. Now, any product which is being used by more than 2 million people, no, rather 2 million licenses, and more than 5 to 7 million people who are using it all across the world, is a successful product in itself. And replacing that successful product with another product is a maybe a risk in itself, but Tally Solutions has taken that risk. In the last 1 week or 10 days, we had a chance to work with Tally and get the beta version. And once we got the beta version, we started evaluating it. Let me tell you, on the first day, we said, no, yeah, this is not what we want something. We have been tuned to work with some strategy, some working. So whenever we work with Tally, we always love, okay, this is the way in which one should operate. This is the way in which one should work. Okay, so now in Tally Prime, what we are looking at is completely different version of what Tally ERP9 is. Some would say whether my old working is stopped and I have to look at the new working. No, most of the old working has been retained, but the new working is also available for you to faster work. I am also glad to share the screen with one of my very good friend and business manager, senior business manager from Tally Solutions, that is Mr. Pramod Kurturkar. Pramod bhai, if you could come on the screen as well.
Yes, good evening, friends. So it has been pleasure to be along with you on this one of the greatest day, that is 9th of November 2020, where Tally.ERP9 is going to stop working. I mean, it will work, but then new releases will come into Tally Prime. So Tally Prime is going to take place of Tally.ERP9. As Puneet ji has said, that it is one of the risks that we are taking to migrate 2 million users from Tally.ERP9 to Tally Prime. Tally.ERP9 has been loved, has been appreciated by all of you, and वो आज की तारीख में एक वर्ल्ड में सेकंड नंबर का नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स लाइसेंसेस that are there, those who are all of you are using. Most of the accountant who are used to play with their keyboard, they play keyboard like as if they are playing piano. So they might even beat the world record of piano player if we consider this Tally Prime. And in fact, Tally Prime would give you much more flexibility, simplicity, and speed in terms of operating the Tally. As you all must be aware that we have got our 4 product design principles. That is simplicity. That is the punchline of Tally, power of simplicity. Then second is speed. Then reliability and flexibility. So we are continuing to work on the same product design principles, where we have done a lot of advancement in terms of speed. When you will see how it is operating, then every stakeholder, you may consider the accountant who is power user of Tally, then one who is learner who is going to use Tally newly, or who are occasional users. They will get their own power, flexibility, and simplicity from their own logic. See, when we say logic is something which has sequence, which has which follows 1 to 3 based on everyone's logic. So logic is something which also has some background, which has some experience. So logic of one data entry operator, logic of one senior accountant, logic of one chartered accountant, one who is guiding the businesses how to operate their businesses in terms of taxation or in terms of financial statements. So we are considering all these stakeholders logic, and we are trying to help them in their day-to-day challenges that they are operating currently. When we'll speak about each and every feature, we'll also try to highlight what challenges we are trying to address with the help of a particular feature. So we'll go through different features. Punitji will help to give a glance of each and every features that Tally is trying to deliver in this first release of Tally. A lot of more features are on the way. This is just a beginning where we are changing the complete dynamics of Tally, of the accounting and taxation, or in ERP phase. We are just started to change the dynamics. Yes, Punitji.
Yes. So friends, I hope the screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, Punit bhai.
Okay, great. So let us now go without much ado. Uh, uh, Let us deep dive into what this product has to offer us, and to offer all of us as a user, what we can learn from this product further, how we can work smartly, all those things packed up for all of us today. So as Pramod bhai rightly said, that what is the objective of introducing this new software? One is that you, although things are simple, but can you still simplify it? Can you still make the product so easy that nobody thinks of ever leaving that product? Okay, so that was one objective which I could understand. Introducing more greater flexibility, as we see how although people said that Tally is the most flexible software, but what more flexibility it could bring in, that is what Tally has tried to bring in, and ensure that with the right kind of security and working, what people can work with. Transform the look and feel, that would really make you love the product even more appeasing. So that's what I understand the objective of Teleprime is. So let's move on. What are the 9 features that are we are going to learn today, or we are going to understand today? The session is wide and open. Anybody having a question, please raise your hand. If possible, we'll take it that way, or we will take it at slightly later point of time. Okay, so we do have uh, question answers, and apart from that, we will also be sharing you a small Google form uh, asking for a update. Yes, we would be discussing the top features that this new product has brought in, but along with that, I am also part of Tally Anchors Club that Tally has released or designed it in a way in which we are interacting directly with R&D. We have Pramod Bhai with us, but I have a fortunate to interact with R&D directly. So those of you who say that there must be some other features, of course, no software is ever complete. There must be something new or the other which we can bring in. So please share your views freely on the Google form that we would submit shortly. Okay, so the first thing that they brought is folder browsing, how you can work with various data folders. I am chartered accountant, and like me, I've seen many chartered accountants tweaking between Windows and their team, Windows folder access and Tally. They just Control C and path to the Control V. We will see how that has been gone away with, and how the new thing has been so easy and so powerful. This is something like the power of go to and switch to that we will learn today. It's really amazing. Not say much as of now. We will go more deep detail in some time. Now, this is a universal aspect that Tally has brought in, that at any report, at any values that you see, you can change your view, you can see the basis of value, or you can see the different exception reports which could be related to that particular report or values that you are looking at. So this is a new way of working in Tally. Let's learn it. The FMCG sector and lot many other sector always wanted that how we can print multiple items in one invoice. So people used to get really tired in terms of printing 10 or 12 items in a single invoice, and they have to waste maybe 2 or 3 pages. The architecture previously was such, but now it has got improved and it is fantastic. We will see that as well. Now this again is something that a lot of my chartered accountant friends and fraternity would appreciate, that if I have kept single sign in or rather username and password, how we can ensure that it is there in multiple companies. So that also we will see today. A slight working on the setup manager, how you can install Tally and how you can work with it, and the technical details, all the requirement of licensing of your own antivirus or your own operating system, all of that, and the TDL at one pages. So that is also something that I really like it. Along with that, the data entry person, he would simply appreciate and work with the new one. I'm sure in the last 4-5 days when we have started working on the beta release, my accounting team as well as myself, I've been simply in love with the new way of working. So how it is simple and intuitive, that we will see. The reports which are available in web browser, what are those reports, how we can activate, maybe those things also we will see in more details. Right. So with these words, let me start with the first thing, the folder browsing. What is folder browsing? The folder browsing consists of navigation within the software that to find your data, which has been made so easy. To give an example, what I thought was very apt is that if you know where you want to go, then this is it, your way to success. Okay, so I will now move to Tally Prime. Friends, this is Tally Prime. I will exit Tally Prime and show you the logo itself. Is my voice audible, Virag bhai?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So
perfectly audible.
So by the time we see पूरी जी स्क्रीन, एक टैली का सबसे बड़ा एडवांटेज ये है कि टैली के डिफरेंट कंपनीज होते हैं, उसका डेटा जो है हम लोग उसका बैकअप ले सकते हैं, अलग अलग लोकेशन पे स्टोर कर सकते हैं। वैसे ही अगर हमारे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट को या टैक्स प्रैक्टिशनर को अगर वो डेटा देना है, तो हम लोग इजीली जो है उसका बैकअप या उसका फोल्डर लेके हम लोग जो है ईमेल कर सकते हैं। वो एक एडवांटेज है टैली के जिस टाइप का डेटाबेस है। उसी के साथ ही एक हमें चैलेंज रहता है कि वो अगर हम लोग ने कहीं पे सेव किया है, तो वो लोकेशन पे जाने के लिए हमें जो है एक्सप्लोरर यूज करना होता है। So we have to depend on one more additional application before we locate that particular folder. So there basically we have a challenge to use multiple applications just to locate the database. So we are trying to, and in fact, if you talk about the chartered accountants, they will have number of database, number of company folders per client. They will have number of years data folder and backup. So searching those folders outside Tally and then locate that particular Tally, then copy that particular folder path and then come back to Tally and load that company. So that was something, it had advantage, but then it has a long process also. So how we are trying to address that particular challenge that Punitji will exhibit.
Yes. So now you can see, I'll just in my start menu, I just type Tally Prime and I go to this icon. The button, the bar which used to say loading of the company has now been done away with. That's the first change one could observe. Okay, slightly. So if I want to shut the company, I can shut the company from here itself, Control F3 and start the new company. Okay. Now this is the way you can start the company. In case, as we said, the folder browsing has to be done, then how we access that? Then it is through Alt Y. Okay, where we want to store or where we want to suppose we want to configure our data path, we can just provide where we want to configure it. Okay, and if you want to browse for another company, then you can go for Alt K. Okay, and select company. Now select company means that whether in the specific folder. Now this is E drive Aimtech folder in which you will find there are lot many companies or folders which are there. Within this, if there are any folder that we can go through. So suppose this CA admin data or GST seminar for students, this folder, now here we have written very clear, the Tally is very clearly that this is just a folder. This is not a data. If it has data, it will show up. Okay, then further data, now it is showing up that okay, there are about 6 or 8 folders within this, and there are many companies which are there, and it says that whether you want to migrate or you do not want to migrate, migration is required. That means it is for the from the old ERP9 data, and it does not shows the same. If you want to go up, you can go up arrow key up, and then select the company that you want to open up. In this particular point of time, I wish to open Apex Electrical. So that's it. Okay. So this is nothing but folder browsing. This has been made more intuitively in the Tally customization part, loading of the customization also, which we will look at it at slightly later point of time. As of now, let's move to the next feature of working more on Tally. Okay. So navigation from software makes finding of your data extremely easy. The next thing is the power of goto. If you have heard our astrologer Jumani, his tagline is "Har number kuch kehta hai." It is for his working that he works in numerology, but in Tally, her report kuch kehti hai. That's true for anybody, but many times as a users we had not accessed many of these reports. Now how do we access these reports? How do we ensure that these reports are meaningful and useful? Let's see how they are. So my tagline is her report kuch kehti hai. Which are these reports? I will go back to Tally. If you see my screen, it is showing on the top, this is go-to. Okay, this is something that has been added. Now there are other features of the top menu are also company, data, exchange, import, export, email, print. Those also have been done, but these are all navigational changes that we will discuss slightly later. But as of now, we are discussing on the go-to power. What is this go-to update? It is just simply clicking Alt G. The moment I say Alt G, then as a business owner, which report you would like to see? Okay. Now the go to screen, the screen after the field after go to is blank, and it shows that there are multiple reports available in this particular data. Okay. I may say the businessman loves first is bank book. So I just type bank. Okay. What does my bank book looks like? That's it. Simple. Okay. Same way, Alt G, I would like to locate my bill wise outstanding, ledger bill wise pending. That's it. Which bill details I would like to know. That's it. Each powered users would love it. Earlier, this report was available. It's not that it is new. The report is not new. The way to access the report is new. There is one more thing that I would like to show, but slightly at different, slight ahead. Okay.
So the challenge we are trying to address here is that so many new users find it little difficult to operate Tally in the beginning. So if you go through gateway of Tally, then the surfing of particular reports or particular feature, it becomes difficult for learner. So it takes time. We call it software, very simple software, but then it takes time. But then with the go to button, go to option, any user can search any report, any data entry very easily. It is like a search engine. The most search engine we use is Google. So this will work similar to that. It will work within Tally. ये आपको वो पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट आपको लोकेट करके देगा, वो पर्टिकुलर मास्टर आपको ढूंढना है तो वो आपको लोकेट करके देगा. तो आपका यूसेज जो है, लर्निंग जो है वो फास्ट हो जाएगा विद द हेल्प ऑफ गो टू बटन. It has a different meaning for power user also. We'll see how it will help power user. Yes, Puneet.
Rightly said, Pramod bhai. The master part is something that I missed out. Alt G, and it is not just the report, but it is also the way in which you can access your masters. So if you see in one screen, you can create masters, alter master, or you can access the reports. So Alt G is not just for my report viewing, it is for creation of masters also if I wish to create a master. Now Tally has done away with separate accounting inventory masters. You can create any master from just one place. Okay, earlier we had accounts info, inventory info, and all those things. So the benefit of this is that now the user need not remember whether creation of cost center from where I have to create, whether I have to go in account master or whether I have to go somewhere else. You just have to go create master and then select what is it, whether I have to create ledger, group, rate of exchange, budget, scenarios. Not sure how many of us knew what is scenario, but this is something really fantastic, the budgeting part. So Tally solutions team somewhere thought that the master creation, let it be at one place. Okay, so that is where it is. So not only the report but the masters as well. Search, find the decision making reports for each and every aspects of the business. Now the decision making reports consist of my sales order pending or goods delivered but invoices not made and all those things. Okay, maybe the payment performance of the debtors. So these all are my decision making reports. They are needed for my analysis purpose. So how do we ensure that at one place only we get this. Same way, go to Alt G and I go to my order. I just type order pending. Okay, here I get my purchase order pending, order due, or sales order pending. Okay, whichever way I want to know. So sales or item sales order pending, or this is what it is. If I want to see for each item, I can see it. Same way. So the decision making reports are also available from this go to menu only. And if I have to click again, then I Alt G and I have to go to another report saying that okay, Havels is for AB cold storage. Havels 6 has to be there is some item which needs to be sold. Okay, but I don't. I want to see his outstanding also. Okay, so Alt G, ledger voucher or ledger outstanding, cold storage and ice factory. There is nothing which is pending. So that's it. So the decision making is easier and quicker. The moment the decision making becomes easier, definitely the businessman or the accountant would learn each and every aspect of the software. So the software consists of internal audits aspect earlier, but not many knew it. How to analyze your debtors or how to audit each and every voucher. If I have to put a remark on a voucher, it was not possible at all. Okay, except for the audit team to do it. Now users can learn the new ways because goto has made it so simple. The users can learn the new way and ensure that their time and paper and efforts is saved in a big way. In
पुनीत जी,
this, yeah,
पुनीत जी, हमारे यहाँ पे सब जो अकाउंटेंट होते हैं काफी बिजी होते हैं और उनको जो है दे आर बेसिकली सिंगल पॉइंट ऑफ कांटेक्ट फॉर ऑल रिपोर्ट्स or MIS or particular invoice is missing. If any supplier needs purchase order or any buyer needs or if any buyer needs invoice, बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि क्लाइंट बोलते हैं कि इनवॉइस मिला ही नहीं है तो हमें बार बार भेजना होता है. सेल्स वाले बोलते हैं इनवॉइस भेजो, सीए कॉल करते हैं बोलते हैं अरे ये मंथ का मुझे अपडेटेड बैलेंस शीट भेजो या P&L भेजो. तो ये जो मल्टीटास्किंग करनी होती है एक अकाउंटेंट को, जो आंसरेबल होता है हर एक को. कभी ओनर बोलते हैं आउटस्टैंडिंग दे दो, कोई ओनर बोलते हैं कि ये पर्टिकुलर पार्टी का लेजर दे दो, लेकिन उनका काम तो कंटिन्यूअसली चलते रहता है. एक पर्टिकुलर डेटा एंट्री करना होता है जिसके लिए एक फोकस वर्किंग लगता है और एक डिसिप्लिन वे से उन्हें वर्क करना होता है. तो उनके ड्यूरिंग द वर्क ये जो इंटरप्शंस आते हैं जिसके लिए उन्हें जो है कंपल्सरी रिस्पॉन्ड करना ही होता है. तो ये गो टू फीचर उनको कैसे हेल्प करेगा ये डेटा एंट्री के टाइम में इंटरप्शंस हम लोग कैसे हैंडल कर सकते हैं वो एक बार बताइए.
या प्रमोद जी वो दिखाते हैं आप हम लोग. मैंने थोड़ा सा आगे रखा वाउचर एंट्री में. वी विल सी दैट व्हाट आर द इंटरप्शंस वी कैन टेक इट अप एंड क्या क्या चीज को हैंडल कर सकते हैं और क्या क्या चीज शायद हैंडल नहीं कर सकते प्रोबेबली. बट वी विल सी द मोर वी वेंट गो डीप डाइव इनटू द फीचर्स. सो वी हैव आगे के लिए हमने रखा डेटा एंट्री ऑपरेटर के लिए.
ओके
या So what I want to say is that exploring the drill down functionality, जो भी reports है, the classic drill down functionality, those of the users जिन्होंने पहले Tally 4.5 से देख रहे हैं, this balance sheet से लेके voucher तक की functionality जो थी, वो कोई भी सॉफ्टवेयर में नहीं थी, and that has become the gold standard for the industry to follow. बस मैं बैलेंस शीट में देख रहा हूँ, जो वैल्यू देख रहा हूँ उसी के अंदर जा रहा हूँ और फिर जाते जाते मैं वाउचर तक जा रहा हूँ. नाउ दिस पर्टिकुलर फंक्शनैलिटी और द रिक्वायरमेंट वाज with many and then many other software try to did it in different ways. Some succeeded, some didn't succeeded, but Tally has retained that particular functionality, the drill down functionality in the goto also. So any report that you go from, आपने goto से गए, आप report में गए, आपको कुछ value समझनी है, you can go further into it right up to the vouchers. Okay, so into my mind, the power of goto is all about these four aspects. Okay. So Pramodji, Tally has brought in change view, basis of value, and exception report in all the things. Okay, friends, what is this? Let me show you some.
I'll give background on this.
Yeah, please.
So there are a lot of features, lot of reports, in fact, which are not explored by many of user. It has over 300 reports, and whenever you have to take any decision, single report is not sufficient. If you see outstanding, outstanding would require further more what you call reports before arriving at particular decisions. So हम लोग हमारे अकाउंटेंट है, उनको बोल सकते हैं कि एक साथ मुझे 4-5 रिपोर्ट दे दो। उसके बजाय वो रिपोर्ट हम लोग कैसे इजीली एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं, ये कुछ नए फंक्शनैलिटी, नए कुछ बटन्स जो टैली के अंदर दिए हैं, so that is going to help us to take more instant decisions, prompt decisions, and decisions with a lot of supporting documents and lot of supporting facts that are there in Tally. So it will help us to ease down the usage of these reports which are unused for so many years. People are using Tally for 1 decade, 2 decade, but then they are not using these reports. So these reports basically will help you to analyze particular report in a different perspective. From a 360 degree angle, you can verify each and every report. और इसके अंदर हमारे यहाँ पे ओनर जो होते हैं, बिजनेस ओनर्स होते हैं, उनको उनकी डिपेंडेंसी जो रहती है या तो उनके अकाउंटेंट के ऊपर रहती है, और इट इज ऑन देयर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हु प्रोवाइड देम व्हाटएवर इंफॉर्मेशन दैट दे रिक्वायर्ड. But then owner knows what is his business, owner knows his supplier, owner knows his clients, but then if he is not having proper information on his hand, he cannot take proper decision, he cannot have a strategies for his business. So when we call it a strategy, that means which item you should procure, which item you should not procure, or how we should get rid of particular stock which is lying there with him for a long time. So all those decisions he can take on his own if he is able to surf through all the reports that are there inside Tally. Data is there, but then surfing those reports and reaching to those particular report and then deriving particular conclusion out of those information is the particular challenge that business owners are having. So business owners are more dependent on their accountant or their chartered accountant for the information. But then with the help of this go-to feature and with the help of this features that are there, it will help them to operate Tally on their own. उनका जो डिपेंडेंसी है किसी और के ऊपर वो कम हो जाएगा, and they can make best use of Tally and its information. हाँ पुनीत जी.
Correct. So let's go to the change view and basis of valuation. So if I look at a balance sheet, so there are 3 new buttons which has been added. Okay. So what are these buttons? So if I may wish to know, yeah, basis of value, the change view, and the exception report. The basis of value is nothing but where you want to see that the same report, the balance sheet report, how you can have a different scale factor.
Sir, please be loud.
Yes. Yeah. So if I click on this basis of value, it shows that whether I want to this change the scale factor? Should I want to see the report in thousands, or do I want to see the report with a different stock valuation method, or do I want to include the current liabilities on the working capital side, like that is current assets minus current liabilities to come at the working capital? I can just click on enter, yes, control A. So now the report has got changed. It is the same report, but the report working slightly, it has got changed, that the current liability which was there on the liability side has now come on the asset side along with the as a working capital. Okay, reducing from the current assets. So the basis of value, now this is a universal report. It is not working only for balance sheet. If I may see alt G, I go to profit and loss account and I say control B, what is the basis of value which I would like to see. So here also, with different stock valuation method or with different scale factor, I have to get, I can get it. Okay, similarly if I go and see, I go alt G and I go to a particular ledger voucher, any ledger voucher which I wish to see. And here also, if you see control B, that include opening balance, type of voucher entries, include post dated or show forex transaction. So there are multiple places. This basis of value is constant. The three buttons, basis of value, change view and exception reports. I will discuss more on this, but at this point of time, the benefit is what I want to stress is that a same report, if you want to wish, if you want to view it differently with some other aspect, you can check control B, that is basis of value. Okay, right. So change view, let's look at the change views aspect. This report, that is Ajanta Transport. Here, if I wish to see change view, then what is it? Do I wish to see it columnar? Do I wish to see it bill wise detail, or simply I would like to see the movement analysis? That means how much I have purchased. Is there any item that I have sold or whatever it is? It is changing the view of the report. Okay. So change view is analyzing the report in a different way. It is adding some more aspect. Like if you add control H, movement analysis. Now normal ledger voucher report, but once I see at the movement analysis, then I come to know, I go to a different report from the ledger report, that okay, I have sold this particular person this many list of items. Okay, so this is something that I have sold it to him, right? So the same report which is there, and the power of alt G is not just show going to the report, it is cycling back also. You go to this show open report and you can go to the ledger voucher report itself. So in a way, it is like you move forward and you move backward. Not necessary you have to go through escape only, and you can jump from one place to 2 3 4 and from 5 to directly one report. Okay, so that is where the power of go to, once again I'm stressing the need. But currently the change view is looking at the report from a different aspect altogether. As I shown the bill wise details, or the changing to the movement analysis, what items I have sold, what items he has purchased from me, or at what rate. So all those consolidation, you get it at change view aspects. Similarly, the moment the other aspects which is common all across is the exception report. Now SD Adarsh equipment, does he have any exceptions to deal with? I can click on this. Is there any overdue receivable, payable, or if there are any forex entries, or At the same time, I have passed any optional voucher for him, I can get it from this particular aspect. So if the three buttons Control B, Control H, and Control J are your new way of analyzing any report, it is a universal all across the software. In any report that you go, whether it is balance sheet, ledger voucher, movement analysis, you will find these three buttons coming in. But friends, the three buttons will have different meaning for different uh, people. Yeah. Pramod ji, would you like to add anything?
इसके अंदर जैसे पुनीत जी ने बताया कि एक ओनर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू अगर लॉजिक में देखता हूं, पुनीत जी ने एक बैलेंस शीट का अच्छा एग्जांपल दिया था सेम रिपोर्ट कंसीडर करते हुए। उन्होंने एक एज अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट कैसे उसकी वैल्यूएशन इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, कैसे उनके जो असेट्स और उसकी जो इंक्लूजन नॉन इंक्लूजन इंपॉर्टेंट होती है एक बैलेंस शीट में, वो उन्होंने एक एस्पेक्ट दिखाया। तो वो सेम those set of same buttons, how it has a different meaning from chartered accountant perspective. Now when you look at the ledger, then we can see how the owners are going to look at it. अगर मैं एक पर्टिकुलर पार्टी का लेजर देखता हूं तो उसके अंदर मुझे इमीडिएट नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन एज अ ओनर ये होगा या ये क्वेश्चन होगा कि ये पार्टी के मेरे पास और कितने सेल्स ऑर्डर है। अगर मैं सेल्स ऑर्डर देखता हूं तो मुझे पता चलते हैं कि ये 3 आइटम ये पर्टिकुलर पार्टी को चाहिए, तो वो 3 आइटम मेरे पास स्टॉक में रहेंगे क्या, या मैं ये पार्टी को अगर ये कर नेक्स्ट ऑर्डर उनका अगर मैं ऑनर कर रहा हूँ, व्हाट इज दी आई मीन आर दे ड्यू फॉर एनी पेमेंट, उनका कोई पेमेंट ओवर ड्यू है क्या। ये बहुत सारे डिसीजंस है, मैं एक लेजर देखता हूँ एज अ ओनर, सो आई गॉट लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस which will help me to take a decision whether I should supply this party or first I should call this party, and I should have negotiation on their payment before dispatching or before agreeing to accept the order. तो ये जो एक ओनर का व्यू होता है, वो ये 3 बटन है, वो उसे फैसिलिटेट करता है। ऐसे नहीं कि ये रिपोर्ट नए हैं, ये रिपोर्ट पहले भी थे, लेकिन बहुत सारे लोगों ने इनको कभी देखा ही नहीं था। उनको अगर सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट आउटस्टैंडिंग पूछते हैं तो एक आउटस्टैंडिंग का एक एक्सेल में रिपोर्ट आता है या प्रिंट में रिपोर्ट आता है, वो ओनर के पास जाता है या वो एक सेल्स टीम के पास चला जाता है, बस वो वहां तक ही रहता है। But then once we give this feature inside Tally, the sales team or the owner, they themselves can search through all these dependent report which are there with particular report. तो इसकी वजह से डिसीजन मेकिंग और इवन लर्निंग जो है वो बहुत फास्ट होने वाला है। पहले ये सब रिपोर्ट्स टैली में थे, इट इज नॉट दैट वी हैव इन्वेंटेड न्यू रिपोर्ट्स, बट देन वी हैव गिवन यू डिफरेंट रूट्स टू रीच दोस पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट्स, एंड इट इज अ फास्टर वे ऑफ रीचिंग टू दोस रिपोर्ट्स। आपने जी
Yeah. So moving on, friends, let's look at some other aspects that Tally Prime has brought for us. Optimized printing. Now, optimized printing means that earlier I had a chance to print, as I mentioned in my introduction of 9 favorite points, was that I had chance to print maybe 8 or 10 items in a single invoice, first page. But if there are more than that, I had to go for next page and next page, more than that. Now, Tally has brought in a revolutionary aspect, is that printing is optimized in a best way. Okay, I'll show you an example. Okay. Now, this is a invoice with 14 or rather 14 plus 20 or 30 items. Okay. When I print it normally, I'll see current, I go to preview. So all of us knows that this is the traditional way. If you see, my bottom part is there in the fourth page only. The invoice bottom part is there in the fourth page. The other three pages are blank. The first page consists of the top part and the center part, which is then this is there. Now this invoice, how we can reduce from 4 pages to 1 or 2 pages? Let's see. Just have to click on configure, control N.
Configure, optimize.
1 second. Yes. Optimize printing to save paper. I have to click on yes. Okay. Header information. That's it. Control A. And now I can go and check the preview. The same invoice that you saw a minute back of 4 pages has now become 2 pages. It is not only that it has become 2 pages, but the Tally has given lot of controls to the developers also, that now you can print the top part differently in a different manner. Maybe the fonts can be changed. Earlier that fonts was not, we were not able to change much on the fonts, but now those controls also have been given to the development team. Okay, so it is not just printing in 2 pages, but from 4 pages. It is a lot of power has been added to these printing options. Okay, the second page, the users also, if you see, the users here can decide what to print on the from the second page. Choose details to show on second page onwards here. Okay, so which details I want to show? Suppose I don't want to show the buyer's address, for the sake of just okay. The first page, which contains all the details. Okay, the second page. Now the second page does not have my buyer details and other things. So the second page has become the printing option. For the second page, they have given the power to the users itself without customization, and with customization more such powers have been given in terms of changing the font and all those things. But having said that, these powers are also very useful. The default ones are also very useful for the users to explore and check this particular out. And I must say, this particular feature, the FMCG sector, the sector where lot of items are there in one invoices, okay, would really love it. Pramod, you would like to add anything?
Yes, so many user find it helpless when they have to do any changes into invoicing format. So they have to depend on experts to do this kind of modifications. Or in earlier, a lot of, few customization was required, for particular modification into this invoicing. But then यहाँ पे we have made it so simple that it is just a click of button and then just say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Just by clicking those few options, the user can see output that he want before printing the invoice. So he can take his own call about the format of invoice. He is independent of any expert. He himself has become expert for configuring this invoice. So this is about next level of simplicity and flexibility.
Fine. So let's move on to the next aspect. Yes, your voucher entry is more simple and intuitive. we will discuss on the part. Now, if I wanted to enter an invoice of this huge nature, what I always would do is that I'll come, suppose I'm creating one invoice, and a, okay, here I select the party name, and if you see the aspects of the other details have been neatly changed. They have been defined it in a different manner. So if there is a delivery note number, I can select and I can move on to the other part. Now, if I don't want to move, I can just say Control A and I can select on the items that I want to sell. Okay. So these all are these details which the user had to enter. Okay. At later point of time or during the sales entry have now become more were useful in terms of entry. Now I've just put in the quantity, the rate has automatically come and the discount columns have also have automatically come. The idea what I want to share is that the users, the data entry operator has now the work of data entry operator has become more bucketed. Once he is entering some details, he's been asked for suppose the dispatch details, so only that particular aspect he'll not get confused with it. So that is one thing. The second thing what Pramodji said, that while he is entering the sales entry, somebody came and asked that, oh, I want a ledger confirmation report or ledger account of this. So without changing the screen, I go to Alt G and I go to ledger voucher, okay, and I select किसका चाहिए मुझे, RC Enterprise. Suppose I can give the print command. I can just give the print command. That's it, and I can again click on Alt G, show open reports. Here I was creating the accounting voucher edited mode mein, or I'm there on the second line. Suppose you see the small example that if an person who has entered 5 items and he has been asked to work on something and then come back again, the life has become extremely simple for that particular person. So from now on, disturbances are welcome for the accountants. That's what I want to say. Yeah, Pramod bhai.
So continuity of work is biggest challenge for any data entry operator or accountant. So accountant, if they are doing any particular data entry, so if they receive a call from their owner, that means they have to respect the owner first, and whatever orders are given, whatever reports are expected, he has to give that. So in the middle of that, either he has to escape from this particular data entry, or he has to go to different tally, open one more tally, and there he has to perform the action. So when, and again, if he has to go through a different multiple reports, then he has to open multiple tally, which is not recommended. I mean, people are using it, but then it basically chokes up the network bandwidth, and the overall performance is also affected. But then with this, operators and accountant are getting additional facility, additional speed, additional flexibility to go to a different report, whichever they want to print, whichever they want to send by email. They can do it without disturbing their work. Very easily they can use this switch to button, and they can come back to the original working that they are performing. तो एक वापस फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी का जो जैसे मैंने प्रोडक्ट डिजाइन प्रिंसिपल बोला था टैली का है, उसको ये एक एडवांस लेवल पे हम लोग लेके जा रहे हैं विद दिस फीचर. सेम गो टू फीचर, इट हैड अ डिफरेंट मीनिंग फॉर द न्यू यूजर, and for accountant it has a different meaning with the same feature.
Yes. Yeah. So Pramod ji, इसमें जो it is not only that मैं अगर sales entry कर रहा हूँ और कोई report ही जा रहा हूँ, the beauty of this is that ये करते करते मुझे याद आया कि मैंने आदर्श इक्विपमेंट का कोई पैसा रिसीट है और वो एंटर नहीं किया है. So I can just go Alt G Okay, create voucher. Select receipt. Same party, suppose. Save it and then come back to this invoice itself. Now that is what we say, that is it is the power, because ये आप एक काम कर रहे हैं, आपको बीच में डिस्टर्बेंस आया, आपने वो डिस्टर्बेंस को एड्रेस किया एंड देन यू आर कमिंग बैक टू योर ओन वर्क. Okay, now taking it further, this particular aspect of entry data transaction, they have made more neatness in terms of adding this button called more details. The more details button shows that अगर आपको stock item के बारे में कुछ additional details डालना है, so you can put these details, that dispatch details, item narration, order details from here itself. Okay, not necessary आपको enter करके हर एक जगह बार में, जो पहले हम लोग we used to go to the particular field, then put that value out there and then come back, or rather go move forward. वैसा नहीं है, you can just go on the specific description only, working only. Okay, so that is the new thing that they have added, that navigation within the software has become more better in terms of adding the details, or in terms of updating certain transactions. Okay, Pramod ji, anything on more details you'd like to add?
More details में सिनारियो ऐसा रहता है बहुत बार, where mostly companies who deal into Indian business, they don't do any exports, so very occasionally they get 1 or 2 export order, then they are supposed to enter export details. So they call up tally call center, or they call a partner, then they guide them to activate that particular field by going to F12. They activate that field. Now that is only for just for one entry, but then when they go for next entry, it becomes regular affair, where they have to go through all those fields where it is not required. So that becomes a challenge for data entry operator, so that becomes hurdle for a speed. So again they call up expert, then expert tell them to go to the same feature, you deactivate that, then you start. So these kind of many scenario comes where occasional information required, then they have to depend on again experts. So it's a simple button, that is more button we have given. You just click on that, then you get all information that you want to fill, and you just click on that. If you want to add that on voucher level, if you want to add that on for a party, if you want to add any detail for party, you can add that for party also. So all detailed informations are there, and if you click on show more, you will see all rest of the information. You just add that and just move on. आप आगे काम चालू रखिए. तो next time onwards आपको ये सब information जो है ये tally नहीं पूछेगा. So again simplicity and speed. पुनीत जी आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. You are on mute. पुनीत जी, you are on mute.
Yeah. So to my mind, this was nothing but enter and escape keys जो बहुत लोग use कर रहे थे, उसको और कैसे कम कर सकते हैं, that is what it is. We've discussed on the disturbance part and the realignment of the various sub menus. Not necessary आपको एक एक मेनू ढूंढना ही है, आप अपने हिसाब से just alt I more details करेंगे, आपको वहां पे टाइप करेंगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली dispatch details आ जाएगा, आप dispatch details भर सकते हैं. Okay.
Yes, अगर ये नए fields लाए है, it does not mean that we have stopped the old working. If somebody is used to F12, then he can use that F12. वो वहां पे अभी भी on है.
अच्छा, okay. So moving on, the next continuing this aspect of whether what are the aspects of smart work management that Tally has brought in. Okay, there are few features, the standardized messages which brings time and efficiency saving. Okay, efficiency increasing and time saving. Okay, new way of working in menus, let us look at it. First, the standardized message, nothing but the template part. I go to, suppose I want to send this Alt G, ledger voucher and others equipments. I want to send this ledger mail Alt M, okay, but with a predefined templates. The business requirement is that you, if there is a continuity of the standardized message, the data entry operator will just not make small grammatical mistakes, and he will select a particular template and send. When he's sending an invoice, he can select a separate template. When he's sending an outstanding report, he can select a separate template. Or when he's sending some other details like to the manager or to the senior management, the bank details or something, he may select a separate detail. So Tally has got this template management, something really workable. Alt M, suppose configuration. Okay, here if I have to create a template, I can go here, showing that if is there any predefined messages, I can go and create my predefined messages. Okay, if I have to create one more, so on and so forth. Okay, so whenever I want sending a mail, okay, now Alt M, configure, show company logo. I can select yes. If I have right now, I have not saved anything. Company name, company address, and all those things. Okay, show more. Here I can just select predefined messages which I have to set. Diwali greetings, Control A, that's fine. And Alt M, my profile. Here I can select Alt S and give him that is there any predefined messages that I want to set. I say yes, Diwali greetings. That's it. And with a click of button, this mail would go to Pramod. Okay, so this has made so simple and intuitive. I've not configured the mail ID. The security setup needs to be done with a Gmail account. So right now the mail would not go, but this is so simple to go. The idea is to show the template management that once you are sending any mail. Now, friends, it is not that you have to go in Ledger and then send the outstanding. Like working in Ledger, we will once again ask you to go to this aspect of, suppose here, if I want to send the balance sheet to a particular person, I can just say alt M, current or others. So current means the one which we are working, others means that any other report that I need to send. Okay, I can just select bank book or then send that. That's it. Okay, so here we want to show the template management as well as working it in multiple environments. I hope you like it. Any questions in chat box, you can please ask. If you want, if you have not understood a particular functionality or aspects of this particular of the working. Okay, Pramodji, if you could add on the aspects of this company menu data, the new way of working, import, export, email and print.
So
Why this has come?
So top menu, whatever options you see, that basically is giving you flexibility. So you are not including the go to button. You are not restricted within the given screen. हम लोग जो स्क्रीन में ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं उसके अंदर हम लोग रिस्ट्रिक्टेड नहीं है. अगर आपको if you want to go to different company and from that company if you want to email a particular report, that also you can do it. So if you are doing sales entry and if you want to go to a different company folder and from there if you want to email balance sheet, you can do that. So that is what the Alt K option is offering. If you want to restore any particular data being in the same data entry, you can do that. If you want to, if you have generated any particular report, or if you want to receive any, if you want to do synchronization, by being into particular what do you call, into particular sales entry, so you can do the synchronization also. So जहाँ पे synchronization use होता है उसके अंदर बहुत जगह पे ऐसा रूल होता है कि मास्टर्स जो होते हैं वो HO में क्रिएट होते हैं. So unless your masters are not transferred to the branches or to factories, the factory or branches cannot create a particular sales or purchase or maybe any other vouchers. So they can, being into the same sales mode or into purchase mode, they can sync the master, and once the master is synced, they can create the further sales invoice. So that is one aspect of your synchronization. So goto, as the Punitji has already shown that, wherein you can be into particular data entry voucher and you can go to reports, or you can create the masters which are required to be created, or if you want to create any other data entry before completing the first voucher entry that you had to create. Then if you want to import import or export any data by being into the same reports, that you can do. For chartered accountant also, if any chartered accountant is into particular audit or any reports, if he is going through particular report, and in between that, if he receives any call from any particular client, or maybe from his senior, and his senior is asking for particular data from different client, then just by being into that particular report during that audit, he can straight away email that report using the email option. Same way it is print option also. So if you want to give a print of any report, whether you are into current report or any other report, you can do it from there itself. So this gives basically a speed to user and flexibility also to go into different report from where he is working, or to go into even a different data entry or voucher creation. So the top part, whatever menus are there, that is basically giving a flexibility and access to reach to a different features altogether.
Okay, So just to add what Pramoji said, the navigation is made so simple. You click on F1 and it's like that you can just click on side arrow key, you know, and to navigate to exchange, data, company, or any of these report. You need not remember those shortcut keys. Of course, tally में जो alt और control का functionality था, that is come again and again. It is there that a single line below any button is called alt and double line control hai. So that is all, that is still there, but down the navigation is also through your keyboard. It is not just through mouse or clicking on the shortcut keys only. Okay, left arrow key, right arrow key is also very useful, and we will move once again in the part of this. So if I click on this minus and plus button, so it has gone to the different ledger. Okay, different ledger में same period का देखना है, minus 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 and so on and so forth. Okay, this is what the navigation is all about, change. Okay, single sign in, a boon for chartered accountants as well as those GSTPs and those many articles who have been working on it. Imagine a company having 100 clients and each of those 100 clients are having 4 or 5 companies. Okay, a chartered accountant having 500 data. Now 500 data, if they have to keep it securely, many times the user did not put the password only. But अगर जैसे user आता है तो अपना password रखता है. So if possible, the chartered accountant can keep their single password in all across the companies, and he need not remember it. Whenever he opens the first company, he then can open the multiple other companies, right? Like to add Pramodji on this?
हाँ, सिनारियो और कॉम्प्लेक्स होता है जहाँ पे हर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट और हर जो स्टाफ होता है सीए का, उसके खुद के कम से कम 60-70 पासवर्ड रहेंगे, उसके खुद के ऐप के, ईमेल आईडी के, और भी कोई लॉगिन्स जहाँ पे रहते रहेंगे. So scenario becomes more complex when you have number of clients with their number of companies and then plus number of backup. So this feature will give them a lot of relief from managing those database and then further the passwords.
Fine. Anybody would like to see कि कैसे करना है? Pramod bhai, if you can guide.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Setting.
So F1. Yeah.
Yes, setting. F1 settings. Startup.
Startup.
Enable auto login for companies with same credentials.
Enable login startup, and here once we say at yes, then we will be able. आपने अगर Apex Electricals के अलावा दूसरी भी कोई कंपनी है with the same login अगर आप ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं, okay. That's it. No need not ask for the user ID and the password. वो direct open हो जाएगी.
So what all chartered accountant firms need to do is that they need to inform their clients that create one particular XYZ login ID with ABC password for all his clients in all his companies. So whenever they send their data, you do not need to ask them password, login ID and password. So your staff straight away can log into particular company. He can give login ID password for once, and rest of the companies he can open without Tally will not even ask for login ID and password. एक मास्टर की है जिससे आप हर ताला खोल सकते हो, ये फीचर को आप बोल सकते हो.
Customizations which can enhance your business operations. Friends, it's been just 7 days, not much. We've been able to work with customization, but we'll still show you some small glimpse of small report that we can customize. F1 TDL add-ons, F4 local managed TDL, we just say yes. Okay, we select the file name. Earlier we had to type the file name. That's it. And now once this is loaded, now you can see that along with goto, there is one particular menu which is added in, is called Aim Reports, Alt A. Now, what does that menu consist of? Alt A, it consists of some customization which has been done, maybe the sales register, the pending invoice report, or the follow-up reports, and suppose the next follow-up or whatever it is. So these are all different customizations that has been done, specific to the industry. But one thing that I really like is this, that you are in a voucher and you have selected, suppose, Adarsh Industries once again, and while entering the sales transaction, you would like to know that उसने यार मेरे को मई का जो पैसा दिया था कि नहीं दिया था. Okay, so you go to this customized report and which says that sales register, all sales voucher. Yes, this shows that ये मेरा सेल्स रजिस्टर से आ गया और ये पर्टिकुलर दिन पे इसका पैसा आया है नहीं आया है. So receipt amount or that it is there, and it shows this customized report is there, sales amount and the receipt amount, okay, and receipt date. So this is a useful feature where while entering the sales transaction, you need not come out of the sales transaction and you can click on just the customized menu. We wanted to show that what other customization also you can think of is this customer follow up. Is there any follow up with the other equipments? तो उसको कभी follow up किया था, क्या date था, वो भी working आप entry करते वक्त ही देख सकते हैं. And I can just cycle back saying that show opened reports and I was into voucher creation. That's it. So customizations also have been made much more simpler. The power is not only working within the default functionality of Tally, the power is also with the customizations menu as well. So we wanted to show that a flavor of that report also, F1. And for the moment, I will shut down the TDL. Yes, browser reports. Now this is something really fantastic. Okay, decision making is quick when information is on hand. Browser is not only for your Android mobile but for any other browser. Which are the browsers which has been covered, Pramod bhai?
So all browser, wherever, which any device, whether any OS, whether it is Android or it is Mac, so wherever you have a browser with internet connectivity, you can access reports.
Okay, right. So browser reports have been done. Which are the reports which are available in browser? Let us look at it.
Should I share my screen, Punitji, for this browser report? Punitji, you are on mute. Punitji, you are on mute.
Yes, please do it.
So hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, Pramod bhai, it is visible.
So you can see now that I am accessing these reports from browser. So like this, similar to the goto option that we have, all those reports are visible here. So common reports, these are few very useful reports or frequently used reports we have given here. If you want to see, sorry, stock summary. like this. You can see stock summary. You can drill down. You can drill down up to last mile. Similar way, if you want to download that into Excel or any other format, you can download it into Excel and PDF, right?
That's the real power, Pramod bhai, because moment the user when he's moving in the maybe somewhere else, somebody has asked that I want to see your ledger confirmation, I want to see your yeah, what is the total amount outstanding or whatever it is. The browser reports helps the users to take quick decisions.
So this is receivable report. Again, if you want to download our Excel into Excel or PDF, you can do that. So total 300 plus reports are there in this report format. You can access this through mobile where you have internet connection and browser, and the report format basically it adjusts your screen size. आप कैसे वो पकड़ रहे हो, हॉरिजॉन्टल या वर्टिकल शेप में पकड़ते हो, तो ये अपने आप में रिपोर्ट्स एडजस्ट कर लेते हैं. आप रिची, यू कैन शेयर योर स्क्रीन अगेन.
Somebody has asked how to connect the company. It is simple. You just have to provide users. First is provide user and passwords. Okay. Here you have to provide the user ID and the password for Telenet. Okay. Telenet ID you have to provide. That's one thing. That is the first thing. And the other part is that you have to make the company connected. That's it. The Telenet password you would receive once you have created the user ID from here or from the control center that we are operating. Right, Pramod bhai? Anything you would like to add on?
User role should be .NET. User role should be .NET.
Okay.
So while creating user and password, user role should be .NET.
Right. Quick and simple setup. So maybe somebody is asked for the invoice. You can download the invoice. That is a default format available. Or owner wanting to know the bank balance, no need to ask to the accountant. He can get it. Okay. The biggest plus point of this browser report is that the data never leaves the office premises. The transmission is happening only for few packets of the data. The data is not going on the Tally server at all. It is just the few packets which are getting transmitted what you are asking for. And normally the other, if you see any other applications which are available in the market, I need not give the names, but the challenge there is that they are synchronizing the local data to their cloud server, and from cloud server they are providing it in your mobile. Now that's big, is a very good thing, but that could be a little security challenge in terms of your software. The data has left your premises. Okay. In this Tally browser reports, it is completely secure, completely safe, because the moment you shut down your computer, shut down your company, the person who is accessing through mobile, he will also not be able to access it, whether his browser is at internet is also working at that time. So it is absolutely that secure. You can stop the person from using the browser reports. Those all security management and everything is already there in the system, inbuilt in the system. Okay, so to my mind, it is one of the biggest feature of browser setup, that the data is never leaving your office premises or the wherever it is located. Okay. Technical details at one page. One particular aspect that we already saw, F1, and we go just like Microsoft Office or any other software. Tally has provided this screen of about, and all the details of the software are available out here. Okay, whether it is desktop, which desktop details it is there, what is the hard drive, printer installed, and anything which is related to your software, everything is out here. You can see the serial number, the version, what it is operating on, the path where it is stored, everything. This particular, you can take a printout of this and keep it safely, or maybe export it in Excel and keep it safely, so that anytime you need to reconfigure it, you can just see what are the configurations that we have done earlier. So earlier this information was not available, or available in a staggered way. Now it is available in a much more crispier way. Okay. Uh, One of the best part is that Tally is also started with self repair mode. Okay, now many times if there is an error, you had to call to the call center or to any of your Tally partners, because there is an error which is coming. Now Tally has come out with a wonderful feature of self repair. Here from F1 help only, here you will be able to troubleshoot. Okay, here that they have given event log, repair, reinstall application. So if there is a problem in data migration, they will help out here, or the software, I mean those self-intuitiveness based on the studies that they did from the various users. They have kept it in the software itself, so that user need not be feeling that if I've used a software, I'm not getting the support of it. The support would come from the software. The first line of defense or the first line of support would come from the software itself. Anything would like to add on this, Pramod bhai?
No, I think it is self-exploratory, but then with all the features, even you explained about the help page, repair, or the migration. Tally is trying to empower the every user. Tally is trying to make every user expert on his own. His dependency we are trying to reduce on someone else, so that his way of working is improved and his interruptions are reduced. So that's what we are trying to achieve with this feature.
Yes. Uh, uh, do not forget to go to this Tally Help, that is Control F1. It is a fantastic menu. Context and specific menu is also there, and you can just explore what are the new features which has come and what it is not. Okay, you can just click on enter, and it redirects you to the particular release notes and all those things. Okay. Right. So after looking at all this, how shall I shift to the new software? How and where can I upgrade to? Okay. So we have already provided a link for you to check whether you would like to see a demo data or a demo of Prime or not. That is one thing. But for those of you who would like to explore on their own, please check your Tally software subscription validity, which I just showed you on the page of the licensing, where all the details about the licensing has been mentioned. The date of your validity would also be mentioned. If it is not valid currently, you can just ask us or any of your Tele partners to update your software subscription. And once you update it, then the procedure is that you should first take the backup of Tele ERP9 data, do a parallel run. Any software upgrade or any new software should have a cooling period, or rather to start period of 1 or 2 days. You can enter some transaction in one new Teleprime and continue to use old Tele ERP9 for 1 or 2 or 3 days. Take the backup again and then migrate it. Okay. Before you update it, you should ensure that if you are using any of the modules of customization, those are updated as well, because this is a major change. The major change is come in invoice printing, major change has come in the way in which certain reports were designed or some internal objects were defined. So these all changes has made the programmers to re-engineer the TDLs, the customizations that they have written earlier. Uh, Tally has provided all the best support to the developers. Also, the training for them had started a lot more before than what we have released it now. But having said that, the codes would need to be changed. So ensure that your earlier customizations are first updated, checked, and then you are updating it to the next release, to the new software. Yeah, Pramod bhai, anything on this?
So somebody was asking whether can we roll back the once they migrate to Tally Prime, can they roll back to Tally.erp9? So what I would like to assure you that we have done a lot of reviews with customer. We have, it's not that straight away we have brought this into market. So try to get into this. We have done a lot of sessions with the client. Partners have done a lot of sessions with their client. From Aimtech, Punitji has done a lot of sessions with their client, and the review that we have received about the product is simply awesome. Everyone has liked it. The existing users are not going to face any challenges with this new look. The most of the almost 99.99% of usage or way of pattern is same. If they want to use their old way of operations, they can continue to use their old way of operations. But then if they use the new software, they will get the additional flexibility, additional speed, additional simplicity. And as far as going back to old software from Tally Prime is concerned, with the data, it is not possible once you migrate to Tally Prime. But then Tally has given you additional facility wherein you can run parallel license. Your same license can work in Tally.erp9 as well as into Tally Prime. So you can try parallel both versions on same license. If you want to use it on same machine, that is also possible. If you've got only one computer or one laptop on which you are using your single user, that is also possible. I'm using Tally Prime and Tally.erp9 both releases with the same license on my single laptop. So it is possible. So Tally is allowing you to use both the options. Once you are comfortable with Tally.erp9, you can shut down your Tally.erp9 and you can switch to Tally Prime permanently. So that additional facility Tally has provided to you. Yes, Punichi.
So Ritesh Bhai Doshi has asked if the accountant, that chartered accountant, upgrades to Tally Prime. Client has ERP9. Can client view in data in ERP9? I think Pramod Bhai has also already answered Ritesh Bhai that once the data has been migrated to Tally Prime, it would be difficult for the clients to view the same data. If you have made those changes in the data, to view the same data in ERP9. As a matter of best practices, we would suggest that a parallel use of the software can be done. It can be done in the same machine. Also, Nirav Sayya wants to know how to use Prime and ERP on the same machine. I have already installed. Let me check here. That show.
So answer is that you have to reactivate license in once you installed Tally Prime, you have to reactivate your license.
Yes. So that is where it is, Nirav, I will not be able to show because that license part is not visible for the ERP9. Okay. But what I can assure you is that first activate your Tally license in Tally Prime version. You can download it from tallysolutions.com. And once you have activated, go back to Tally ERP9 and reactivate in ERP9. You can use both the software parallelly currently, but at some point of time, Tally is going to bring a break on that, that no more usage of Tally ERP9, only on Tally Prime. Is it compulsory to go for Tally Prime? No, it is not compulsory at all. Tally wants a voluntary usage. It is completely on the users to volunteer. If you see the features are useful, your working has become smarter. You are able to access do lot many things which you earlier were maybe able to do, but you were wasting a lot of time on that. Now you are able to do it fast. Then you are able to do it at the same time. One more very clear thing that Tally has also bring in is that the next upgrade and the update, like any update which comes from GST, any update which comes from for software functionality, it is all in Tally Prime. Okay, then Tally ERP9, no more updates or upgrades. The software wouldn't stop working. There is no compulsion. But suppose e-invoice come from 1st of January. Okay, then the functionality, the basis for that would come in Tally Prime only. It would not be in ERP9. Pramod bhai, if you could just add something.
Absolutely. So all new updates would be available in Tally Prime only. But then, so if you are calling Tally support, Tally care, then the support would be available in case you need. If you are facing any challenges, technical errors are there, then Tally care would support you in whatever error you are facing.
Okay. Pramod bhai, if you can just add some charges. There are people who are asking what are the cost for Tele Prime and what is the charges for auditor version. If you could just brief up everyone on the charges part of the what Tele Solutions have decided
So,
whether yeah.
so considering the features, can someone suggest whether we should charge, and if we should charge, then how much we should charge? Can someone answer in chat?
Nirav Sayya wants it free.
So the upgrade charges are not there. Upgrade charges are not there. So thank you, Mr. Ajit Runawala. So and even Mr. Nirav Sayya, that we are not charging, we are not considering as an upgrade where you have to pay additional for this. What we are expecting is that your TSS should be active. If your TSS is active, then it will come as a update for you, just like any GST update or any taxation update comes to you. Similar way, this will come to you as a update along with the active TSS. So charges are same. We have not increased charges for TSS. It will continue same as it is there.
Right, friends. Here we come to the end of the session. May I now request Virag bhai to please come on screen.
Thank you so much, Pramod ji and Puneet bhai, for this wonderful session and the participative, very active on Zoom and Twitter as well. Many are very active on the question answer part as well. So basically, it is a very interactive session. And when Tally is upgrading, you must upgrade as well. So we also received many requests, Puneet bhai, to have a full-fledged training as well on Tally and other aspect. So friends, we have one more session on Tally Prime with the detail and with the Jugalbandi with the Excel on 21st. Basically, it is a 4 days training on Tally and Excel, 19, 20, 21, 22. It's a Thursday to Sunday. So you can join that as well, because Excel and Tally is a heart of the any finance professionals and practicing professional chartered accountants. So do join us, enroll to your staff as well. Article assistants, graduates, all are welcome in that. It's open and free for all. It's a part of Diwali. We are offering that session to all. So do enroll for that. And once again, Pramod bhai and Puneet bhai, thank you so much for this wonderful updates on same day launching day. We are very grateful to you. You have provided your experience and time for this, and sharing your knowledge and the updates that how Tally will change and the must 9 features you showed that anybody is should aware. There are few comments as well that nicely explained by Ajit ji, and many few I can read on YouTube as well. And we have a entire session on YouTube. Few people, if join late, they can share, they can check, and they can go back to YouTube, and they can watch entire session there as well. Also on Facebook and Twitter also they can check anywhere where they would like, because we have made this live of this teleprime to all friends. Technology is hard at Connect Easy. We have done a number of sessions on technology. We have a full-fledged technology week, 2 weeks basically we have in the past. So all that are openly available on our YouTube channel as well. You can watch anytime as per your convenience. All are very useful, and technology is the need of the hour and future of the profession and future of the India as well. Would like to mention here that information technology plus Indian talent is equal to India tomorrow. So that's the message for the today's session on the Teleprime launch. IT plus IT equal to IT only. Once again, would like to mention that information technology plus Indian talent is India tomorrow. With this technology world, we can achieve our Prime Minister vision as well of $5 trillion economy as well. So once again, thank you so much all. There are many more comments. All can see that. Very useful. Thanks, Virag sir. Basically, would like to thank you, our today's speaker, Pramod Bhai and Puneet Bhai, for this entire wonderful teaching and the learning. And this will be continuous in future as well. It's our support for the capacity building of our practicing professional. So keep in touch and connect easy to us as well. So with this, would like to request Puneet Bhai, anything is left out as a concluding remarks, if you can say, Puneet Bhai.
Yes, Virag Bhai, nothing more than 1 second.
Audible, Puneet Bhai, please continue.
So what I want to say is that there are a lot of changes which are coming in Teleprime, and more so in next 6 months. Why? Because for last 4 years they have been working on this particular aspect of getting the platform right. After this, the platform is right. They are going to introduce lot many features. Some of them which I have been told by the Tele team whenever we have interacted with R&D and Mr. Tejas Goenka himself, and to some point Mr. Bharat Goenka, that e-invoice is something that we are going to come. The Tele is going to come by maybe November or December last week. Okay, so that is one thing. Apart from that, the requirement from the industry was multiple GSTN in the same company. That is also expected, and connectivity with the GST portal directly. So that is also expected very soon. I cannot put a date because Tally has not given the date, but to my mind, it should be somewhere before March or something. So let's hope that by the next financial years, we are able to see a completely new Tally, and with so much efficiency coming in, the definite benefit would be to the consultant and to the businessmen. So with those words, thank you, Virag Bhai, for encouraging and ensuring that this program is a super success at all the social media. So fantastic connect program with Connect Easy for Aimtech. Thank you, Virag Bhai, once again. And thank you, Pramod Bhai, for joining from Tele's team and adding to what I was sharing and to the user's perspective. Thank you, Pramod Bhai.
My pleasure. Thank you, Viragji, and thanks to all of you who have taken their valuable time, and attended this session.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, friends. We'll be in touch with our social media everywhere, every platform, and the WhatsApp group and the Telegram channel. We'll see you on after the Diwali on our mega event of 4 days, where Excel and Tally will be the learning part of all our practicing professional. With this, we are concluding today's session. Thank you so much, all the attendees, for your interactive participation. Thank you so much. We are ending meeting here. Thank you all.